Akala ko nakalive. Okay. Okay, and we are live. Magandang hapon po mga ka-Tex Bro. Ang bilis ng araw. It's Friday once again. Good afternoon po, Mr. Chair, Angel Redoble, and VP Ruby. Kamusta po
Magandang
ang
hapon sa lahat.
ating week?
Magandang hapon, mga kapekso.
Yeah.
Magandang hapon, Darlene at Mr. Chair. Magandang hapon sa ating mga magigiting na panauhin.
Yun,
Ayan, oh.
Ranger.
Yes.
Magandang
Ang
hapon po sa lahat.
warrior, ang ninja.
Ika, share mo
Afternoon,
na
sir.
Good afternoon po sa lahat.
Ayan, oh. Okay, so it's
Naglalaki na
Basta.
It's time to share our page. Ayan, para mas marami makasilay sa ating mga magigiting na panauhin.
Magigiting na,
Ulitin ko po
makikisig
yung
pa.
greetings. Yung greetings natin kanina. So, sa mga matitikas, makikisig, masisipag, at matitino, take note, na mga tatay natin. Happy Father's Day sa inyo in advance this Sunday. Saang mang sulok man kayo ng mundo, saludo kami sa inyo. Lalo na dito sa ating tatlong tatay na kasama. Tama ba?
Pinata daw si Cyber Ninja.
Ay,
Nakalive na pala tayo.
Lagot kay Kumal.
Ako po'y may asawa.
Nabasa ng SOI ito, sir.
Kaya nga, ma'am. Nandiyan pa naman si Sir Joey.
Report ka raw. And
Sir,
of course, syempre long weekend ngayon.
Sir Joey, tayo, sir, ha?
Yes,
Sir
po.
Joey. Opo. Hindi, disclaimer na po, Sir Joey, mahirap na.
Ayan.
Grabe sila.
Ang baby, ni Cyber Ranger, gaganyan-ganyan lang,
Live na kasi, ma'am.
Na ano? Pakapikapin na lang yan dalawang yan eh. Project Coffee pa.
May mga general sa paligid. Kaya ganyan lang muna tayo.
Okay, good afternoon mga ka-Pix Pro from Pedoy Junior. And ng hapon.
Ayan.
So, kamusta naman po ang ating week?
Busy.
Kamusta naman po ang week? Naging busy na after araw ng kalayaan. Kamusta naman po Army, mga sirs? And AFP in general? Parang ang daming nangyari.
Sir,
Busy
nakamute ka po, Sir Joey, sir.
Sabi ko si Rod, busy si Rod. Kailangan niya maging busy kasi kung hindi siya busy, ako nga magiging busy.
Down the line, sir.
Parang yung yung ngiti ni Simon Ninja parang no? Parang may kasamang gigil.
Hindi, ang ganda kasi yung tanong ni Ma'am Marlene kung anong pinagkakabisiyan. Next question. Nandiyan ang boss ko, ma'am.
Ba? Sorry naman.
Ma'am, pag sabihin kong hindi ako busy, manasin ako ni Sir Joey. Dapat laging akong busy.
Make yourself busy nga daw, sir. Yan ang banta sa iyo.
Yes, oo. At yung magandang hapon sa iyo, Chris Banzuela. At kay Rafi Placido. Yan, good afternoon sa inyong dalawa. At kay Joel Tolentino Duque, magandang hapon din sa iyo. Okay, share lang ng ating live para mas maraming tayong ma-inform on our topic for today. Ayan,
And don't forget to shout out yung rin po, BPR kung saan sila nagmumula. Kung saan po sila galing ngayon para mabigyan natin ng proper credit din po. Kung saan panig po kayo ng mundo ngayon.
Alright. Ayan, bumati na si John Patrick Hagimit. Good afternoon. Good afternoon din sa iyo. Alright.
Yan na, dumadami na sila. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Si
Ayan.
Brother
Kumusta naman
Chris.
ang inyong araw ng kalayaan?
Malaya nga ba?
Malaya nga ba?
Di tayo malaya sa mga pogo.
Sige.
Nagtutunog mura na naman tayo, Mr. Chair.
Mga pogo na. Hindi naman pumunta ang buhay ng mga Pilipino dyan sa pogo.
Oo nga eh. Ayan. Si Chris Vanzuela is watching from Binyan, Laguna. Hello, Chris. At si Sergeant Bayubay from Cyber Battalion.
Di yun. Hindi
Shout
yan
out.
inutusan.
Oo. Pusang loob yan.
Kusang loob to, kusang loob. Hindi to inutusan,
Oo.
maya-maya lang marami na ditong tagaan ng Cyber Battalion. Pero hindi sila inutusan.
Hindi.
Kusa,
Hindi.
kusa
Wala
lahat
yan.
yung mga yan.
Di uso yan. Di uso yan saan. Kusang
Syempre.
loob.
Ano yan?
Matuto.
Bunga ng pagmamahal nila yan sa Pix Pro. Hindi sa pagmamahal nila kay Cyber Ranger at kay Cyber Ninja.
Kusa talaga katulad na lang nito. No? Magandang hapon mga ka-Pixpro at mga guests from Army Signal Regiment. Ito from the ICT ito. Si Sir Frederick Gonda.
Yes.
The ICT 4A.
Region
Region
4A.
4A.
For a
Yeah, hello Sir Frederick
shout out
Gonda.
sa mga kaalyado natin.
Yes, at the ICT 4A. Alright.
Namamasi-masi mamaya. Ray Bay idol ko po si Sir Angel. Oo.
Idol natin si Cyber Ranger.
Alright.
Yes.
Diba?
Oo.
At ganun din, si Joseph Paul Aquino. And good afternoon sa iyo. At kay Benson Hufalar. Lucas. Ayan. Magandang hapon. Ayan.
Okay.
Ayan na, dumadami na sila, oh.
We have also po Oni Leave, Aremal. Ang gaganda ng mga pangalan nila, pabaliktad. Okay, good afternoon po. And June Un Kim, idol ko po si Lieutenant Colonel Quinto, sir.
Yun, hindi yan
Yan,
inutusan.
Yes, talaga. Hindi rin ito inutusan.
Hindi. Ito rin, oh. Good afternoon mga ka-Pigs Pro mula kay Christopher Son Dizon, Lagwatan.
Yes, si Sir Tops. Hello, sir.
Yes, Sir Tops. Ayan.
O si Ray.
Po, Salbayani Enriquez Jadeline. Hello daw po sa inyong dalawang magigiting na Cyber Ranger at Cyber Ninja.
Si Ray Navarro Franciap, the future, the incoming Bulacan chapter president.
Yes. Hello sa iyo.
Malupit yan.
Yes, malupit daw. Si Jasper. Hello, Jasper. Si Jasper Gentilingting. Magandang hapon din sa iyo.
Ay, hindi inutusan yan. Kusang
Hindi.
Sir, hindi ko po kilala yan. Taga saan po kaya yan si Jasper na yan?
Tatanong na lang natin. Mamaya. Ay, di ba? Ayan, oh. Meron pa si Jobs Sarili. Good afternoon. At meron din isa from Etivac. From Cavite. Si Boyet. Hello,
Cavite.
si Boyet.
Si Sir, ano to? Sir Boyet. Okay, shout out sa mga idol kong cyber warriors, sir, ma'am, from RJ Salan.
Hindi rin to nautusan.
Hindi rin to nautusan.
Hindi rin nautusan. Hindi rin to nautusan ba to?
Hindi po nautusan yan, ma'am. Katabi lang po ni Sir Joey yan ngayon si RJ.
Kinalapit lang. Ito, makakasama natin to sa Aurora Chapter Activation. Good afternoon po from Aurora State College of Technology or ASCO.
Hello, see you. See you next
Sir
week.
Deal.
Yep.
Yes, opo. Excited na sila actually.
Oo nga eh. Excited na rin akong makita sila eh. Ayan. Okay. So yung ating topic for today, is following our Independence Day, no? Parang hanggang
Yes, yes
ngayon
po.
ba ay masasabi pa natin na hindi tayo pasisiil,
Once upon
'di ba? Maganda yung topic natin
I
ngayon.
think yes. And BP Ruby, Mr. Chair, of course, sa ating nagwawak po ang mga members from the Army Cyber Battalion. Makakasama rin po natin ang newly organized and newly minted nating the Union Chapter officers to be formally introduced po today para makilala po sila na ating mga kapiks po. So I think nandito na si Press RB and BP Alvin.
Okay, magpakita naman kayo sa ating mga viewers. Ayan. Ang pogi, si Press RB. Hello, magandang hapon.
Afternoon, everyone. Hi, Mr. Chair.
Afternoon. Teka lang, kinukulit ko lang itong ipapakita ko para sa discussion natin mamaya.
Ayan. And also we
Ipatuloy po
have
natin ang pagbati.
si VP Alvin. Ayan, VP Alvin. Hello, magandang hapon sa iyo.
Good afternoon, Ma'am Ruby, Ma'am Arlene, Sir Angel, Sir
Good
Joey,
afternoon.
Sir Rod, good afternoon, Sir RB, and Sir Jesse, good afternoon po. Pahingi po ako ng virtual background.
Hi, Len. Padala
Sige
natin,
pa,
Len.
ano po natin.
Thank you po.
Okay.
Sa GC na lang po na Union ulit. Thank you.
Yes. And we also have VP Jessie. Yes, si VP Jessie ang in charge sa Pixprog Cares ng LU. Hello, VP Jessie. Magandang hapon.
Maulan po ba sa Aurora? Sa Aurora, sa La Union today? Hindi naman.
Medyo gloomy na po.
Sa area ko, Arlene, umuulan siya.
Okay.
Officially pumasok na tag-ulan eh. Kaya ingat din po mga kapikstro.
Okay, may nagpapabati dito. Good afternoon po, especially to our two gentlemen who taught me to love cybersecurity. Yan, galing kay Nico Tarayaw. Diba?
Ang lupit
Kala ko to
talaga
love lang eh.
Talaga,
Meron
di
palang,
basta-basta.
meron palang kasunod yun, cybersecurity.
Actually, ma'am, doon nga ako kinabahan. Mabuti nga may karugtong.
Lover
The
boy.
father of cybersecurity.
Yes, diba?
The father of cybersecurity. Not literally pero the fathers of cybersecurity.
Mahirap yan. Maghahanap yan ng mothers.
May mga
Ay, si Jimbo. Hello, Jimbo. Good afternoon. Yes.
Okay, we have, Nor Homer Akang, good afternoon. And, ano ba to? I think it's Evelino Magbanwa. Kasi ang ganda ng pangalan natin, sir. Ang galing talaga. Watching from Headquarters Cyber Battalion. O, ito, hindi to, usang loob tong suporta.
Yes. Shout out daw sa Bulacan ICT, sabi ni Ray Navarro.
Nakits ko sa activation. Okay, we have Emmanuel Kahukom. Good afternoon po. And ito si Sir, lagi natin itong nakikita si Junard Bardago Villahante all the way from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Ingat po kayo dyan sa Middle East.
Diba? Si Mikmik ni Magibab. Good afternoon. Sir, walang ma'am. Nagtampo agad.
Father's Day naman daw.
Okay, sige. Alright. Yan. So, yung ating mga officers from La Union. So, kumustahin lang natin sila very quickly after their activation. Arlene. So, shall we hear a word from our Press RB of LU? After ng ating activation, Press RB, kumusta na kayo?
Ayun, thank you, no, Ruby. So, yeah, after the activation, may mga naka-line up tayo mga activities. In fact, this July, so mayroon tayong dalawang schools na target and prepare lang namin yung mga materials and of course yung mga guidance ninyo from the national para ma-confirm namin or ma-finalize namin yung exact date. And yun. As far as the recruitment or I mean yung mga members, maraming mga gusto. In fact, may mga taga Ilocos Norte and Abra na gustong mag-join sa La Union. So, nabanggit ko nga kay Mr. Chair nung last week, may mga guidance siyang binanggit. So, masusunod your master.
Alright. Ayan. Si
Di
VP
ba? So in
Jessie.
terms of,
Sige
SVP
po.
Ruby.
Hindi ko lang makita kasi si VP Jessie, hinahanap ko eh.
Logo
Siya yung
si
may,
VP
siya yung
Jessie.
may logo ng ng Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University.
Yeah, okay
Hindi
nga.
so.
Okay. You were saying, Darlene?
It's po in terms, kasi po itong ating La Union chapter is working closely with the partner schools po na meron tayo sa La Union. So for donning our hats as teachers, as professors, as administrators of the school, after po nung activity natin, ano yung mga naging impact naman doon sa mga bata na tinuruan natin? So, mas naging active po ba sila in terms of mga usaping cybersecurity? So, ano po yung naging, ano natin doon, naging feedback after na ating activation and after our cyber safe kids and cyber safe kids campaign?
VP Alvid, pwede mo ba sagutin yung tanong ni ED Arlene?
Yes, ED Arlene, that's one good thing na nangyari po, no? Due to the awareness campaign that we had, itong mga estudyante na to, they are in high school po, no? Were more aware and mas nag-iingat na daw po sila sa mga nangyayaring nangyayari sa social media, sa internet, lalo na yung mga scamming na diniscuss po natin, and yung most especially dun sa cyberbullying. If you remember, that's one of the highly asked na question last time, no? Medyo ang dami nilang discussions about doon. Kaya thank you very much po for allowing PIX Pro La Union to conduct this event.
That's very good to
Nice.
hear. Galing.
Siguro,
Actually,
we
ano
can
maganda
start
nga
na.
po yun eh. Okay. Sige, going through that particular, on that note po, kasi syempre, ito po ay hindi bago sa ating armed forces of the Philippines and all the agencies, whether it's in the government or the non-government agencies in the country, that there should be a whole of the nature approach, a whole of the nature approach in addressing the different cybersecurity issues and concerns in the country. Pero with all the issues and concerns that has been plaguing us for the past few days, ano ba dapat yung gawin natin? And above anything else, ano ba ang kailangan sa atin ng ating bansa for us to be able to know that we are truly cyber safe and cyber resilient? So for this special episode of our Virtual Cybersecurity, of course, we are very fortunate to have with us not only our chairman to discuss about the different aspects of cybersecurity in the country and of course the challenges and issues that we have right now, but also the representatives coming from our very brave and very vigilant armed forces of the Philippines in the person, of course, of Sir Joey Tagupa and Sir Rod Quinto. So, Sir,
Fontiveros.
I will
Joey
give you the, Sir Joey Fonteveros, rather, Sir Joey Fonteveros, and of course, Lieutenant Colonel Rod Quinto. So, Sir, I will give you the floor now for our kwentuhan cybersecurity discussion for this afternoon.
Siguro to give context, no, allow me to share this article that I encountered. Yan. So massive cyber attack by Death Note hackers exposes sensitive data across 31 government and private entities. So on top doon sa mga nakikita natin na na balita, no? Mayroon ding mga iba na hindi umabot sa ibang mainstream media, no? So ito 'yon, 31 private and government agencies. So, Municipality of Molave, Municipality of Mahayag, La Trinidad, Commission on Audit, BAR, Municipality Agricultural Credit Policy Council, etc. Okay, so that's one. And then I also encountered this this article in the Hacker News. So it is saying that there are 3 clusters of Chinese hackers operating. There's the Cluster Alpha, they have the Cluster Bravo, and the Cluster Charlie. So mayroon dito silang mga different credentials, no? Meron silang lateral movements. Ito naman, meron din siyang lateral movements. Ito naman, si Cluster Charlie, meron din siya. So, ang sinasabi nila dito, it is possible that in one environment, itong makikita, may presence ito si Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. Kasi they are operating separately. Pwede silang magkaroon ng isang target, no? Nandun, nag-ooperate silang tatlo, different behaviors and different objectives, no? Na kung titingnan natin, ito si Cluster Alpha, ito ang behavior niya, no? So meron siyang command and control, meron siyang malware, ito meron siyang TTP overlap, no? Side loading chain, meron siyang Powerbit backdoor, PhantomNet backdoor, no? Yan si Cluster Alpha. Meron siyang tinatawag ditong backdoor diplomacy, Bitdefender. No? So, ito, ang take ko dito is with all the hacking incidents that we experience, hindi na natin pwedeng sabihin na ito mga ano lang to, mga individuals or mga maliliit na group, no? Kasi mukhang ito na ay kung state-sponsored man, it's a highly organized state-sponsored attacks, I believe. At kung money-making man ito, kung cybercrime related man ito or cyber syndicates man ito, this is also a highly organized cybercrime syndicate. So, case in point, yung nabalita na Chinese na mayroong daladala sa kanyang kotse na ano, ang tingin ko doon ang tingin ko doon ano yon na that guy is running his own cell site. At hinihigop niya doon sa kanyang ano, hindi naman natin sigurado dahil hindi natin nahawakan yon. Pero aside from surveillance, yung ating mga phishing, mga scamming, mga fraud na money making, yung ginagawa ng Chinese na yun. At padami ng padami, no? Padami ng padami yung incidents natin. Palaki ng palaki yung data na nawawala at yung pera na nananakaw nila. So, hence itong ano natin ngayon na the Philippines is under cyber attack by threat actors on both money making, cybercrime syndicate, and the threat actors on the state-sponsored aspect. Question is, sa akin, ano bang gagawin natin? May magagawa ba tayo? Arlene.
Yes, Mr. Chair. it has always been, ano po kumbaga, the issue of cybersecurity has always been with us through time and time. Pero in terms of discussion, parang lately na lang siya napag-uusapan So what we would like to know po on the aspect of how the government and particularly the defense sector works, how do you address this particular issue, especially with the cases of Bobo, with the cases of Chinese nationals, to be specific. Hindi naman natin nilalahat, pero yun po kasi yung lumalabas sa balita. Can this be included as a part of our territorial issues, so to speak, or national security issues? Dahil massive na yung operation So how do we deal with that in the aspect of the defense sector po? Sir Rod?
Actually, ma'am, ang ganda po talaga ng tanong ninyo. Tamang-tama. Kanina pa po excited talaga si Sir Joey para sumagot po dyan. So, si Sir Joey po kasi yung nagtatask po sa amin. We just follow instructions. So, Sir Joey can answer and give the good insight paano po ginagawa ng Army. Thank you so much, Sir Joey.
Back to you, Sir Joey.
Yes, of course, si Rod, ibabalik ko sa kanya yung I am ordering him to answer first. Okay. Balik sa'yo, Rod.
Sabi ko na nga ba, ma'am, actually excited na po akong sumagot sa tanong ninyo. So on the questions on, actually kanina, before we go on live, napag-usapan namin ni Ma'am Ruby on how we do things, especially on the different threats na nakikita natin on the government. Sabi ko nga, we cannot speak on behalf of all the government agencies, but I believe they're doing their best. Kasi ang kagandahan po ngayon, we collaborate with each other. Siguro, hindi lang po ganoon ka well coordinated since nangangapa pa. But I believe everyone is doing his share. Nag-aano pa rin sila. And of course, that's why we engage different technology partners, as mentioned nga ni Ma'am Arlene, the whole of nation approach na talagang everyone is on board. Lahat po actually, even technology partners are very much willing to help. It just so happen na, of course, we're dealing on the confidential information, data na nandito sa mga military sector. So kailangan may mga vetting po kami and we do conduct due diligence with the different partners and technology vendors. So yun po ma'am, I believe marami pong volunteers nagre-react, how are they going to help? But of course, we go on the process. So and on the collaboration side with the government agencies, maganda po ang ginagawa na na nagkakaroon pa siya ng different committees na nag-uusap-usap on anong benchmarking, anong meron kayo, anong meron kami, and para mag-usap-usap tayo. So, yun po yung on the side ko. So, pero kung ano po yung mga ginagawa ko, si Sir Joey po ang makakasagot po niyan. Sir, sa inyo na po ang bola.
Thank you very much, Rod. But of course, since you're not telling what you are doing, I may not be also obliged to tell what you're doing. But anyway, to add to that, very good answer, I suppose, is that no amount of having this collaborative platform, the cooperation, yung ating mga yung cooperation with other entities or government agencies, if there is this lack of a unifying spirit, okay, of all the things that we do. So, ano yung unifying spirit na yun? It is about legislation. So, no amount of having all these ideals that we are discussing here. So, napaka-ideal ng ating naiisip. And yet, there is lacking na very glaring yung lacking na yun, na kung mayroon sana tayong ganun, the driving force, in which is, na I suppose na doon siya nag-emanate doon sa legislation. May batas ba tayo? Okay. So, kailangan natin isulong. We have been talking this with Maestro Angel. Matagal na ito yung legislation na yan. And yet, so, while we have these insinuations, while we collaborate with the lawmakers, mukhang hindi pa nila na-realize na the things that we have now, napaka-excelente na ng ating ginagawa eh. We have this Speaks Pro as a platform to educate everybody interested to know more about cybersecurity and other platforms. Okay, and yet why are we still parang lagging behind with these cyber threats that we are facing? So sa akin, looking on the strategic perspective, there must be something to be done on the higher level. Magkakaroon tayo ng batas. Katulad na lang, dito sa Pilipinas, once na nahack ka, you're not obliged to share kung ano yung napagdaanan mo. Pero sa ibang bansa, you are obliged. Diba? How can we share yung ating pinagdaanan so that others would have a predictive eye on something that they can prepare? Kasi kung napagdaanan natin, most probably mapapagdaanan din nila. So ma-improve yung kanilang cybersecurity posture. So kailangan natin yung batas muna, batas. Ano ba yung batas na yun? Dapat yung batas na yun ay very strict na once na you send something that you're being exploited or nahack ka, mayroong collaborative platform provided or as defined as may be dictated, regulated by laws na ng ating bansa. So yun yung yun yung nakikita ko dito, no. Kasi matagal na mukhang nagsimula ako, nandiyan na si Maestro Angel, siya yung idol ko. Kung ano ako ngayon, yan ang kagagawa ni Maestro Angel, kaya so kung pag-iisip ko, kung radical ang pag-iisip niya, radical din ako sa pag-iisip sa cyber. Kaya yung usapin na yan, matagal na namin pinag-usapan. At sana naman, mga tao at may mga na gawang batas pero hindi tumutugma dun sa operational environment. Yun yung reality dito. Why? Because nagpapagalingan siguro, sinusikat, pero hindi eh. The laws, the regulation, the policies that should be crafted should be responsive enough to control or contain the cyber threats that we're facing. Yung lang po sa akin.
Actually, taking from that point, no, which is gawin nating case in point yung Cybercrime Prevention Act. So Cybercrime Prevention Act was drafted and came into law in 2012, no? 2012. Tingnan natin yung mga cyber attacks. In 2012, pababa, 2011 or even 2013 or 2014. And then compare those cyber attacks today. In terms of sophistication, walang binatbat yung mga cyber attacks noong araw. But the law was crafted based on cyber attacks during those years na hindi ganon ka sophisticated. So the law is not adaptive enough, no? Case in point, itong mga nabibiktima ng scam at phishing through cyber. Hindi ngayon, mahirap ngayon kumuha doon sa Cybercrime Prevention Act. Kasi during the time na naging batas yan, wala pa namang nabiktima ng phishing at saka scamming nung araw na ganito ang scale. Diba? Pero hindi pa natin nababago ang batas. So kaya, pag nabiktima ka ngayon ng scam, pagpunta mo sa magreklamo ka at ikaw lang mag-isa, hindi ka ma-entertain. Yung ating investigation capability, dahil sa dami ng complaints, hindi ngayon mangkanda o gaga yung ating mga law enforcement agencies. Imagine, ilan ang nabibiktima, di ba? Pero yung capacity to launch a cybercrime investigation is very limited. So hindi nagtutugma ngayon. Ngayon, yung filing of cases ng mga cybercrime related, no, or hacking, you have to subject the victim device to a digital forensic investigation. Hindi mo naman magawa yon sa isang napaka-dynamic na environment dahil that means na kukunin mo yung kukunin mo yung hard drive na yon, no? So magkakaroon ka ng operational impact. Now, pagdating naman sa defense, sa cyber defense, hindi lahat nakaka-afford, no, to put up yung mga cyber defense. Yung mga naka-afford naman na iba, konti lang ang kanilang na-afford. Kaya nga, mayroong mga cyber criminals na magagaling, mayroong mga state-sponsored threat actors na magagaling, mayroon ding kahit yung mga pipitsugin, kayang pasukin yung. Kaya yun ang nakikita natin, pwede naman sanang magawan ng paraan. Kaso nakakalungkot kasi pati mga hacktivista napapasok sila not because magagaling din itong mga to, but because there is no sufficient cyber defense, no? Whether it's budget related, whether it is people related or process related, still pag wala ka noong tatlo na yon at hindi mo pagsama yon, magkakaroon ka ng problema. And nabibiktima micro, small, medium, and large enterprises. That has become now a national security concern. So, maraming gustong tumulong. I'm sure, maraming gustong tumulong. Tutulong tayo. But, saan ka tutulong? Saang avenue? May avenue ka ba na pwede kang tumulong? Mag-reservist ka. Nag-reservist ka. May plataforma ba? May avenue ba? Pag-reservist ka na pwede ka nang tumulong. Diba? So, mukhang maraming kailangan gawin. At lahat ng iyan, kayang gawin sabay-sabayan kung mayroon nga tayong batas. So, kawagin siguro natin the comprehensive cyber policy of the Republic of the Philippines. Tapos ilagay na natin yan doon lahat, no? Cybercrime, cyber attack, cyber warfare, cyber terrorism, cyber espionage. Para isang bultuhan na tayo. Then, lagyan natin ng budget. Kasi yung Cybercrime Prevention Act, wala naman sinabing budget doon. Pag sinabi mong cyber defense, may budget yun. Di ba? Gumawa ka ng batas na Cybercrime Prevention Act, walang budget doon. Kahit ang anti-cybercrime group yata, hindi sufficient ng budget, MOE lang. So, kung magkaroon ka ng cyber defense, parang national defense. Pag sinabi mong national defense, may component ka ng AFP dyan with major services, may budget yun. Then, you can create a sustainable cyber defense capabilities. Nag-create tayo ng Data Prevention Act. Okay, it's good. Pero bakit hindi natatakot yung mga cyber criminals? Diba? Kung mag-post pa sila, nakuha namin yung 5 GB or 25 tera na wala silang takot, diba? Ano ang natin? Thank you.
Coming from that particular aspect, because like what you've said, it always has to be holistic in terms of approach na dapat encompassing siya na strategic, operational, and tactical level. So, magaling man ang tactical at operational, kung wala namang hindi naman siya fortified in terms of the strategic level, mahihirapan tayo to make a solid foundation out of our cybersecurity defense posture. Now, going back to our mga Capex Pro po sa ating interactive chat. There is this comment po from Jason John Nanus. hire a better cybersecurity defender as always. It's a critical matter for the Philippines Act. Ito po ba ang sagot natin palagi when it comes to addressing our cybersecurity issue? So knowing that the policy is the backbone of the cybersecurity defense posture, how do we address the gap in terms of producing quality cybersecurity defenders for the country?
Yan, isa pa yan. Kasi meron tayong mga sari-sariling definition ng magaling. Di ba? Wala tayong standard na definition ng ano ba talaga yung magaling. Wala tayong standard definition ng ano ba yung cybersecurity training. Pag nag-train ka ba ng firewall management, cybersecurity na yan. Tama na ba yun? Yan yung mga questions, no? Hindi natin sinasabi na alam natin kung anong tama, but yun dapat ang tinatanong natin. Ano ba talagang kailangan natin? Hire a better cyber defender. Meron na tayo mga magagaling na cyber defender. Nandyan sa Army Cyber Battalion. Mayroon din ang Air Force na yung cyberspace and electronic warfare wing nila. I'm sure ang Navy, meron din ang Navy na cyber, di ba? And ang AFP-GHQ, meron din sila. Meron tayong magagaling. But ang tanong, bakit pa rin tayo laging tinatamaan? So, meron sigurong kulang. At yun ang kailangan nating himayin.
Mr. Chair, siguro coming from the voice of the academe, let's hear from VP Alvin, from DIMSU po, siguro, in terms of producing cybersecurity professionals on the level of our educators, ano po ba ang challenge nyo? Kasi it's always been the standpoint of Expo to produce quality cybersecurity professionals. However, in terms of the Philippine curriculum, are we ready to create one, or is there one ba talaga that we can employ to create quality cybersecurity professionals?
Hello, ED Arlene and Chair Angel. Nice question po, no? However, I can only talk from our experience dito sa school po, no, sa DIMSU. For the in the cybersecurity as a whole domain po, no, we have actually courses or subjects, no, subjects kasi yung mostly na ginagamit sa that gears towards security. Mostly dun sa mga subjects namin is information assurance and security po, no. So on the cybersecurity side, actually our curriculum is evolving naman. Dito po sa amin is we are actually having development ng aming curriculum to integrate more dun sa cybersecurity with the help of PixPro din po, no. Kasi we want to help talaga in this na advocacy po natin to secure yung ating cyberspace. Yun nga po, yung curriculum po talaga namin ay inaayos po namin for us to provide more at siguro stronger na students so that in the future maging part po ng ating defense. With the help po kasi ito ng industry. Kaya we partner with different industries po, just like Colonel Joey mentioned a while ago, yung talagang mga sa industry, mga vendors kumbaga, mas be part nung curriculum development po namin. At yun po yung ginagawa po namin. May i-add pa po si Sir Jesse, ang alam ko eh.
Baka nakamute si Mr. Jason.
Good afternoon po, sir. Tama po si Sir Alvin, although in place na yung ating curriculum, ang sa tingin nating problema pa ay sino ang magtuturo. The qualification of the instructors who will be teaching. So dapat talaga may specialized training ang magtuturo sa mga courses na i-offer sa mga academy or sa university or sa colleges. So yun po nakikita nating problema sa ngayon. Although may mga courses nga, may mga subjects, yung kakayanan naman ngayon ng mga instructors, hindi po pwedeng basa-basa lang, hindi po pwedeng yung natutunan lang kung saan-saan. At least sana may experience din sa industry. Kaya yung sinasabi ni Sir Alvin, to partner with the industry so that the industry can help train the trainers. Ayun lang po. Salamat.
Actually, magandang point yan eh. At hindi tayo nakapag-produce ng mga trainers eh. At yan siguro ang isang fault, lalo na sa amin na nag-start ng matagal na. Hindi natin naisip yan na dapat mag-produce tayo ng mga trainers. Hindi kasi pwedeng, ang cybersecurity kasi cannot be manualized. Yan ang isang differentiator niya sa network at saka IT. Kasi ang network can be manualized. IT can be manualized. So, madali siyang basahin, mag-train ka ng 1 week. After ng 1 week mo, kaya mo na mag-set up ng DNS, kaya mo na mag-set up ng web server, kaya mo na mag-set up ng SAP, kaya mo na mag-set up ng ganito. But cybersecurity, hindi ganon. There is a big portion in cybersecurity that cannot be manualized. The operations aspect, which requires critical thinking. Hindi na manualize yung critical thinking kasi ikaw mismo mag-iisip ano kayang mga kalaban ko ngayon. Di ba? Di ba? Sa traditional crime, we need security guards and law enforcement agencies. Hindi tayo nakikipaglaban sa mga traditional crimes. Pero sa cybercrimes, tayo nakikipaglaban. Di ba? So, yung mindset mo, if you are in cybersecurity, kung ang mindset mo ay hindi mindset ng security person or law enforcement person, then paano mo kalabanin, paano ka magiging successful in fighting cybercrime? Diba? Sabi nila, cybersecurity ka, bakit ka militaristic mag-isip? Sino bang umaatake sa'yo? Mga active military ng mga state-sponsored attacks. Mga active military, mga spy yung tumitira sa'yo, tapos yung mindset mo, si ano ka lang, pa-easy-easy ka lang, ay hindi ka mananalo dyan. Diba? So, training is also has something to do with mindsetting. Why are we doing cybersecurity? To prevent cyber criminals from penetrating our system, to prevent state-sponsored actors from penetrating our system. What kind of mindset do you need? What kind of training do you need? You need to be trained like the way the law enforcement agencies and the security industry security personnel is being trained. Now, if a state-sponsored actor is hacking your system, then you will better have the mindset of how a soldier is trained. Not para ka pa rin para ka rin 8 to 5 ka pa rin, di ba? Wala ka, patay ka doon. So marami siyang it's not just about training the student. No? Kung ma-manualize man natin yung cybersecurity, the biggest part there is still the critical thinking and the mindset. How do we do that? 'Di ba? Meron kang cybersecurity personnel na pag natulog kahit paputukan mo hindi magigising 'yun. Yung ba ang tamang mindset? 'Di ba? So, if you can sleep soundly at night, sabi nga nila, then you do not care about the system that you are protecting. And that's another issue. Kasi ang umaatake sa atin ngayon, tatlong klase. Diba? Mga cybercriminal na gustong magkapera, mga state-sponsored actors na gustong makakuha ng mga information natin, at itong mga hacktivists na pinuprove nila na kaya nilang pasukin at nakawin yung data ng For all we know, binibenta nila yung data. Hindi natin alam yun. Yung firearms lang na data. Diyos ko, lahat tayong may baril, nandun na. Alam na. Kung binili yun ng China, alam na ng China kung sinong may baril sa Pilipinas. Alam na ng China kung anong baril mo dyan sa bahay mo, pati address mo. Di ba? Most importantly, alam nila kung ilan ang baril natin sa Pilipinas.
So, Mr. Chair, going back to sinabi mo, kasi very dynamic yung cybersecurity, na sabi mo nga hindi siya pwedeng i-put into manual. So, ang mga cybersecurity person from the corporate, sila ang dapat na magturo because na-experience nila ang cybersecurity operations on a daily basis. Kasi with the looks of it, hindi po pwedeng purely academic ka lang discussing about or teaching cybersecurity kasi hindi nga naman manual, kailangan na experience mo siya para maituro mo siya. So how do we meet the gap? Yung ganun ba? Para, alam mo yun, parang we will start from having good trainers to do the cybersecurity, and then later on we'll be having training manual, so to say, para lang sundan ng mga estudyante. And from there, we could perhaps create cybersecurity professionals na pwede natin na silang pagtrabahuhin. Paano natin yun? How do we meet the gaps there?
Attitude kasi yan eh. Alam mo yun, attitude yan. Kami ni Cyber Ranger, si Colonel Ponti, tsaka si Cyber Ninja. Hindi kami nag-rely sa mga tinuturo sa amin. Okay, meron kang foundation. Ako, nag-training ako. No? Nag-training ako ng ilang training ng cybersecurity. Nag-certify ako. But, that's just a very small portion of the whole training process. Yung ginawa naming training na sarili namin, yun ang pinakamahaba at pinaka-importante na until today, we are still doing that. That means, kaya sinasabi natin na mahilig kang mag-weekend, di ka pwede dito because every chance you get, you're supposed to learn. Mahilig kang mag-holiday, di ka pwede dito. Kasi yun yung time na nakakapag-aral ka mag-isa. You cannot be dependent. Yung academe will establish the foundation. No? Ilagay natin sa academe yung foundation. Ilagay natin sa academe yung discipline. But after that, hindi natatapos ang pag-aaral sa cybersecurity. Kasi the ICT landscape is also changing. Wala naman tayong APIs nung araw, di ba? HTML lang tayo nung araw. Ngayon, mayroon na tayong ganito. Mayroon na tayong mobile banking. Mayroon na tayong... So, if you will not evolve with the trends and the changes on the technology side, then maiiwanan ka. Ano lang malalaman mo? Firewall ka pa din. Binabypass na ang firewall ngayon. Di ba? May IPS ka. Dinidefeat na ang IPS ngayon. Hindi na importante yun.
Yes.
So, it should start with the interest and discipline to learn more. Kailangan mong magbasa. Kailangan mong mag-aral. Wala kang oras? Wala. Walang mangyayari. Yung sinasabing busy ako? Wala yun. No? That's why the time is very important for you to learn and keep on learning.
Okay,
Ranger.
Mr. Chair, Iri. Yes po, PPRB.
May sinasabi si Cyber Ranger.
I do agree with Maestro very much. So sa akin, hindi naman talaga ko, kumbaga, ang pinaka-core competency ko, it's not about cyber. It's about rangering. So it's about staying up doon sa kung nasaan ang mga kalaban. And yet when I began my career in cybersecurity in 2011, I started with hardware maintenance. Wala akong kalam-alam eh. When I was a cadet in the Philippine Military Academy, binatukan pa ako ng teacher ko sa computer subjects ko kasi pag nakikita ko yung computer is that time natatakot ako. And yet, nung nag-graduate na ako, na destino na ako sa Basilan, is one time, yung kwentuhan tayo dito para makarelate lang yung significance talaga ng training. And that training should be a part or becoming a way of life sa'yo already, yung kung ano natutunan mo. And then pala, you can share. I believe kasi you cannot give something that you do not have. Okay? And that having something is dapat nagbabase doon sa correct foundation natin. Yun yung palagi in-emphasize ni Maestro Angel. So, ang ginagawa ko noon, while I was learning, is every day, I have to learn something new. Kahit one. Pino-folder ko yan. And then, next day, another one. So 1 week, mayroon akong 5 na i-review sa Sabado, Linggo. And then, sa one month, mayroon akong 20 na karunungan to reinforce kung ano yung natutunan ko doon sa ethical hacking, Cisco, web design. Doon ako nakaranas ng unang web hacking, and pinatulan ko pati yung AutoCAD. So, in everything, kasi gusto ko siya na once na nagsalita ako, I am a well-rounded person and almost everything about cyber. So, yun yung ginawa ko. So, now, yung ginagawa ko na ganong style is all of a sudden, after mga how many months, parang feeling ko, dami ko nang alam. Because of that, sinashare ko din. While I was sharing, I was being nourished also. Why? Because I was remembering. Yung iba kasi, pag mayroon silang kaalaman, parang ayaw nilang ituro eh. Ayaw nilang mag-share. Kaya, totoo lang, kahit deputy na ako, nagbo-volunteer pa rin ako nagtuturo sa school namin ng Cisco. Yung CCNA na 3 modules na yan. Okay? Nagtuturo ako sa IP addressing, ganyan, para inculcate natin sa estudyante na in hacking, you need to know the address of your victim. So anyway, yun yung kwan ko dito, no? So let us be careful doon sa mga kinukuha din natin. Siyempre, may mga kukuha din tayong instructors, and yet it is not deeply rooted doon sa kanyang subjects na itinuturo. What I mean is, kasi halintulad natin sa policy making, when the policy is not based on the grassroots, nakandito lang sa taas lang siya, the policy will be defective because it will not address the problems of the grassroots coming from the grassroots. So ibig sabihin, kung cybersecurity professional ka, you need to get your hands dirty for you to understand what are you doing or what are you telling or what are you teaching. So doing that requires time. In order for you to be mature with that, requires collaboration and of course yung ang tawag dyan, collaboration with subject matter experts. Ganun ang ginawa ko. Kaya kung kinaibigan, yan si Maestro Angel, kasi nakita ko sa kanya na magaling siya. Hanggang ngayon, gumagaling siya. Hindi ko pa rin siya nasusundan eh. Magaling talaga siya. So anyway, yan. Kidding aside, yun yung kwan ko nun. So kaya proud ako nun na kaibigan ko si Maestro Angel kasi siyempre siya na yung known na sa industry ng cyber noon. Kaya yun, kung ano yung style ko, yun yung nakuha ko kay Maestro.
Okay. Yeah, meron ding note dito si Sir Tops, no? There's also need of nurturing of talents and values that help people, especially youth, into cybersecurity defenders. Ngayon lang lumulutang yan sa ating mga professionals. So I advocate at an early age to train children on the values of responsible cybersecurity protection. to help protect their families and community. So in time, if they're interested to having a career in cybersecurity, dapat alagaan na rin natin ang mga bata at hindi mawala sa landas. A lot of cases now that these hackers are as young as 13, 14 years old.
Ayun na nga yun eh, di ba? Tayo, nag-aaral tayo ng defense, yung mga kalaban natin. 9 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old. Marami yatang comments sa BP Ruby. Basahin mo nga.
Yeah, meron din dito na for the kay Tops din, for the side ng academe, just to add, the ICT track is not aligned with nurturing cybersecurity within the K-12 levels. It's not just a problem here, but globally then. Agree ako with the instructors. I support the training the teachers.
Meron kasi
Ayan.
kaming subject ni TOPS na klase namin yung Tuesday about risk assessment. And meron pang calculation of risk. Meron pang numbering. Di ba napaka-complicated? Kaya sabi namin sa instructor namin, kaya hindi tayo nananalo yata eh. Kasi pag-identify lang ng risk, kailangan mo pang mag-isip ng ano ba to? Number 5 ba to? Number 6 ba to? Number 4 ba to? Number 3 ba to? It takes a lot of time. Isang asset lang ang i-assess mo ng risk. Napaka-tagal matapos. Tapos magdiskusyon pa kayo. Hindi 5 yan. Hindi 4 yan. Hindi 6 yan. Napaka-complicated. Samantalang yung mga kalaban natin, wala. Black and white lang. Kaya kitang i-hack or hindi kita kayang i-hack. Pasukin kita or hindi kita pasukin. Ganun lang. Samantalang tayo, mag-likelihood pa. Anong likelihood nito? 1, 2, 3? Oh, wala. Ano tayo, naiiwan tayo sa pansitan. Overthinking.
Yeah, palagay ko talaga naiiwan ng cybersecurity. Katulad ng sinabi ni Seven Hosting PH, nalulungkot ako. May company na sagot sa akin, di daw priority ang cybersecurity. Na-hurt ako, sabi ni Seven Hosting. Diba?
Ano pa?
Meron
Si
din dito. Yes.
yes.
Yes,
Go
BP.
ahead, Idarlene.
Okay, meron din po dito from Job Sarili. I believe, Sir Ma'am, while our government is formulating and updating the law about cyber issues, curriculum to the academe to prepare and doing their best to search for the best trainers for this task. It is also mandated na yakapin ang pag-upgrade ng mga computer systems natin, lalo and other device tools that is essential in this task that will help to detect, prevent such issues online or maybe offline while continuing the awareness campaign. Knowledge and tools to use is essential, in my opinion, since this is a very dynamic issue. Sa Pilipinas, hindi po lahat ng makina ay updated till now. This month, most industries entering AI automation already po.
Good comment. Ano pa?
Actually, meron pa po eh. According to Ben Isra Dacodaw, the best time to learn about cybersecurity is 20 years ago. The next best time is now. From an anonymous cyber advocate, na itago na lang natin sa pangalang Ben Isra Dacodaw.
At ito,
Yes. Yun nga po. Yes, Victor.
si Mac Jen, inano ko pa kasi kala ko kasal na talaga si Sir Angel. Pero yung pala, kasalanan talaga ni Sir Angel. Bakit ako ganito? Walang weekend and holiday. Then critical thinker na. Adding pa, naging classmate ko si Cyber Ranger. Nahawang match na. Ayun, tuloy na promote.
Iyon, no? Iyon, no?
Sana
Congrats.
all.
Sana all.
Congrats, sir. Ito po, BP Ruby, meron pa from Sat Tayo. Internal attacks are always the issue. For every company, we need to separate the IT technical admin group from security group. The security group will audit and monitor also the IT admin group. This should be separated. Ito, age-old issue na between cybersecurity and the IT. Kung may IT ba ako, secured na ba ako sa cybersecurity requirement ng company ko? So, how explain that, of course, to everybody?
Yan nga, kasi nga magagaling tayo, hindi natin may sarili-sarili tayong mga gusto, 'di ba? Yung magaling sa IT, gusto nila nasa IT yung security. Yung magaling sa network, gusto nila nasa network yung security. Pumasok ngayon si cybersecurity, hindi siya ngayon makaporma. Di ba? Kasi pag nagbuo ka ng sarili mong ibang unit ng cybersecurity, pag mag-deploy ka, ang target mo is IT and network. Hindi ka nila kakausapin. So wala kang magagawa. So yun. Another ano na naman, another issue of standards, ba? Wala tayong standard.
Ayan, sabi ni Bernard Raffles, dapat talaga i-foster natin ang proactive security culture where every employee understands and takes responsibility for cybersecurity. Ayan, di ba?
Okay, meron din po tayo dito, VP from Tom Hamilton Clancy. Identify gaps in implementing the cyber perspective in the Philippines. As you have observed, what are the identified gaps in implementing the cyber perspective in the Philippines? Is it adequacy of current cyber laws in the Philippines? Furthermore, are the current laws for cyber in the Philippines sufficient to address the challenges effectively? So may cyber laws po ba tayo? I think that's what his first
We have a
question is all about.
we have a Cybercrime Prevention Act that touches on a little bit on cybersecurity, but more on cybercrime investigation. And we have a Data Privacy Act that is focused on the protection of the privacy of the digital information of the Filipinos. But if you're talking about a comprehensive cyber security related policy or cyber policy, we still don't have that. Yun yung hopefully magkaroon tayo at hopefully it will be a collective, it will be done collectively. Hindi lang doon sa yung mga nasa nasa malapit lang sa kusina, no? Kasi yung mga nasa malayo sa kusina, baka makapagbigay din sila ng magandang perspective. Yun nga lang, ang experience ko kasi dito, kahit noon pa, pag medyo radical yung dating mo sa mga public, mga consultations, hindi ka na imbitahin sa susunod. Pag sinabi mo na medyo hindi maganda yung gawa nila, hindi ka na imbitahin sa susunod.
Mahirap maging devil's advocate sa panahon ngayon, Mr. Chair, pero I think that's what we need right now.
That's what we need in cybersecurity talaga. Kasi we have to question We have to question the obvious. We have to question the status quo so that we can improve. Because our enemies are improving. Gagaling ng mga kalaban natin. We are using Active Directory as a means to provide digital automation and cohesiveness. Ginagamit ang perspective ng mga threat actors diyan. Gagamitin ko 'yan laban sa iyo. Diba? Yun ang gumagamit ka ng cloud para hindi ka na mag-maintain ng mga physical infra and facility. Ang gagamitin yan laban sa iyo. Kasi ang thinking natin for for productivity. Improve productivity, improve profit, improve ganito. Sa yung security very small portion. Yung kalaban doon sila nag-leverage ngayon. Ngayon, to defend, ang haba ng value chain, no? Para magkaroon ka ng good cyber defense. And for every chain in that value chain, merong supply chain. Merong supply chain. No? Bibili ka ng ganito. Yung pinagbilhan mo ng ganyan, meron din siyang pinagbilhan ng ganito. Yung pinagbilhan niya ng ganyan, meron din siyang pinagbilhan ng ganito. So in that supply chain, merong possibility ng compromise. Pag compromise yung nabili mo, compromise ka din. Meron pa. Niwanan na tayo ni Cyber Ninja.
Andyan, nag-off na. Meron ditong comment pero hindi ko sasabihin yung kanyang pangalan. Ang pinaka-comment niya is parang recently, maraming mga government agencies ang nahahack At parang imbis na ang kanilang sagot is more on a um, um, parang imbis na may sagot sila, kibit-balikat na lang sila. Wala ba talagang agency or body ang government natin that handles this? Siguro, Mr. Chair, ang gustong sabihin nito is in an organization or corporate organization, no? Meron silang security operations group that ito yung in charge, no? Kapag na-hack ang kada unit ng kumpanya, itong unit na to ang so responsible for all this, no? And accountable. Pero sa gobyerno natin, meron ba na ganun? At kung wala, dapat daw meron. Kasi parang kibit-balikat na lang talaga
Yun
ang
yata yung
ating mga
CICC.
gobyerno.
Yun yata yung CICC. Yun ang role yata ng CICC. Sila ang tumutulong dapat. Pero hindi natin kabisado. Next time imbitahin natin si ICC dito.
Okay.
Ano bang kakayahan nila?
All right.
Definitely, Chair. Ito po, from Carlos Savec or Savec, hey mga ka-Pix Pro, ano pong option naman sa mga tao ay motivation naman sa sweldo imbis sa knowledge or being a defender? So ito po yung mga cybersecurity professionals ang nagiging benchmark in pursuing this career is the sweldo and not to become a defender of the country. Bad information.
Merong kasabihan na pag motivation mo is knowledge, money will surely follow. Pero pag motivation mo sa umpisa is money, then knowledge will suffer. Magkakaroon ka na ng clouded na yung ano mo eh. Ako I'm a living example no, na nag-umpisa talaga tayo sa sweldo na pagdating ng 13 at 28 naglalakad na ako pa uwi dahil wala nang pera, di ba? Pero kung ginusto kong lumipat agad ng kumpanya para malaki agad ang sweldo, pwede 'yon. Pero sigurado na stagnant na ako ngayon. So I persevered kasi alam ko that experience, that particular first 4 years of my job, ang laki talaga ng natutunan ko doon. Hindi lang sa ICT side and cybersecurity side, kundi yung perseverance, no? Yung pag-aaral talaga na hindi ka titigil hangga't hindi mo maayos yung isang bagay. Hindi ka matutulog hangga't hindi mo mapapatakbo itong bagay na to. So, kung motivation ng ano mo, mag-cybersecurity ka dahil maraming pera, then you are starting your career on the wrong foot.
Yeah. Sabi ni Ruel Saunar, there are many wanting to enter the cybersecurity field, but companies' hiring requirements seem to be not favorable for new grads or those not having in-depth in skills yet or less experienced still.
That only happens when you allow your HR to design, no, the hiring profile. You don't allow your HR to dictate. Kung ikaw ang CISO, you dictate to HR what you need. Diba? Meron akong magandang example dyan nung nasa KPMG ako. KPMG Philippines. So mayroon akong ina-hire na taga-ano siya, school sa Mindanao. Pero hindi pwede dahil siyempre, ang priority is mga coming from top-notch, di ba? But I did not agree. Kasi cybersecurity is not about what school you've been. Level ang playing field sa cybersecurity. Ito, kahit nagaling ito sa ibang mga school, sa ibang ano, mayroon siyang talent, may skills siya. So, kailangan ipaglaban mo yon. Pagka hinayaan mo yung HR to design, then for a start, for a entry level, manghihingi sila ng 2 years, 3 years experience. Wala ka na. Hindi mo na makukuha yung ano mo.
Yeah. Okay, sabi nga ni Zed Tayaw, 101% agree, Sir Angel. Been for 30 years in this field. Money will follow. Start with the interest and good intention.
Tama.
Maidagdag ko na rin, sabi ni Adriel Jezraya, Bulaklak, lupit talaga ni Boss Angel.
Talaga.
Bolero pala ito.
The fathers of cybersecurity. I mean, the fathers in cybersecurity. Just to be clear on that.
And
So
I
I
think
think wala na.
it is very
Yes, sir.
important to it is very important to mention that without love for country, if you're doing cybersecurity, it's not complete. You will not have the highest level of passion. You will not have the highest level of dedication, and you will never have the highest level of determination. Because cybersecurity is a nation-building profession, like IT and network. But on top of that, cybersecurity being a nation-building profession, it is also a nation security and protection profession. When you are protecting your company, you are protecting everyone that is using your services and every employee that is working in your organization. If you are protecting a critical infrastructure, you are protecting a community. You're securing a community. That is why the level of passion must be to the highest level, because you are trying to protect the economic security of the country. That's just like what the AFP is doing, right? This is nothing different. You are protecting a community. We are protecting a community. We are securing a domain. We are securing a space. So the mindset must be different.
On that note, Mr. Chair, I believe wala na po tayong oras. For our last words coming from our, of course, mga magaling at matitikas na cyber defenders from the Armed Forces of the Philippines and the Philippine Army, starting off with Sir Joey.
Maraming salamat sa pagkakataon na nandito ako ngayon. At matagal na po akong wanted crime maestro. Dahil tayo yung palaging nabibisi. So, salamat sa pagkakataon na I was able to share something. Sabihin ko na lang na malit man, ngunit sana mapapag-isipan ng lahat. Pero gusto ko lang dagdagan yung aking manifestation kanina that when laws are being created, it should be coupled with framework. Kasi may mga frameworks ngayon na hindi walang ngipin dahil walang batas. May batas, wala namang framework. Okay, so yun yung pan natin. So when I took up my schooling sa NDCP, and it so happened that the maestro was my advisor. Alam niya yung paper ko is about the cyber defense strategy of the country should be given to the Department of National Defense, not the ICT. Kaya pag diniscuss ko po ito ngayon, medyo sensitive yung issue kasi it is not about the usual thing but the other thing. And the other thing siguro, minsan, when we go out of the box, I think we are learning more than the things that we are presently confined with. So sana magpatuloy tayo mag-aral, and when we learn something, please share. Because aside from we are being nourished or we are being, of course, honed dun sa ating core competencies, it is biblical. Okay? Maraming salamat. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. Mabuhay ang PICS-Pro.
Okay, si Sir Rod.
Diyan pa ba si Rod?
Sir Rod.
Nasa ilalim ng lupa ngayon siguro.
Nagbase-base na.
Oh.
How about, thank you.
Septic tank.
Thank you, Sir Joey. Siguro po, how about coming, of course, from our PIX Pro La Union chapter? Sir RB, paki-shoutout naman po pala yung ating complete attendance sa mga officers today who took their time and effort to be with us.
Yun. So, yeah, thank you for the opportunity. And add ko lang dun sa sinabi ni Colonel Joey. Tama siya. So, continuous learning natin dapat ipagpatuloy. And awareness and education talaga yung kailangan. Kasi nga sabi natin, we are the weakest link. So, we have to be aware on what not to do and need to do to protect yung mga personal informations natin, sarili natin itself, and yung protection ng country from the cyber attack. And with that, allow me to introduce yung mga officers ko from La Union chapter. We have in the room right now, Dr. Alvin Malikdem. Alvin is the VP for Admin and Finance. We have also John William Estacio, the VP for PIX Pro Junior. Sheena Sapuay Gillian, the VP for Membership. Marianne Fontanilla, the VP for Internal Affairs. Yours truly, the Chapter President for La Union. Mr. Albert Subang for VP for Alliance. Sir Jesse Mike, VP for PIX Pro Cares, and Dr. Mark Christian Ledda, the VP for Training and Events. And we also have John Ray. John Ray, nakalimutan ko apelyido mo, pero pasensya na.
Liwaliw.
Liwaliw.
So, nakalimutan yan kasi isa yan sa mga unang trainee namin sa EPLDT.
Oo. Kadang kamay ko yan, Mr. Chair. So, ayun, sorry. Ayun, so thank you for giving opportunity for the Union chapter for today's session.
How about PPRB?
Well, itong usapin natin sa cybersecurity talagang napakarami, no? Ang daming aspeto. So, we will never really stop learning about cybersecurity. So, siguro dun sa susunod natin, if we can invite yung ibang mga ahensyas naman na to address yung question kanina dun sa ahensya na responsible for all this hacking ng mga government agencies. Shout out dun sa government agency na yun. And thank you so much sa ating ngayong natitirang 98 viewers na up to this time ay sa atin pa. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. La Union chapter, you'll be next, no? Sa July, kayo na isasabak natin sa kwentahang cybersecurity. So, thank you. And syempre, thank you kay Cyber Ranger, Colonel Joey Fonteveros, na laging maasahan. At si Cyber Ninja, si Lieutenant Colonel Rod Quinto. Yan, ang ating mga masisigasig at makikisig from the Philippine Army. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. And until next time, and thank you syempre lagi sa wisdom and knowledge na binibigay sa atin ng ating Mr. Chair, Angel Redoble. At sa inyong lahat, maraming salamat po. Kita-kits tayo ulit next Friday.
Okay. So isang makabuluhang session na naman po ng kwentuhan cybersecurity ang nagtapos ngayong hapon. And on the aspect po, of course, of continuing our advocacy, makakaasa po kayo na ang PIX Pro po ay kaalinsabay nyo, kapartner nyo towards the realization of our mission of becoming better, safer, and cyber resilient Philippines for the generations to come. So, Mr. Chair, will you do the honors?
Marami pang Sabi ni Police Lieutenant Colonel Ann Maribel Salaya, oy, sila ba daw yung tinutukoy mo, BP Ruby?
Oo naman. Kaya next time
imbitahin ka na namin dito, Ann.
Yan na, sila yan.
Oo, so kailangan natin. Mayroon yatang shoutout si Chris Villarasa. Nice to be here listening in the discussion from the Cyber Express. Christopher, author, Tactical Covert Surveillance Handbook. Magandang yan Magandang gawing sa cyber yan So, but anyway, maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, yung isang oras natin is talagang kulang. Ang masasabi ko lang, I think it's high time we elevate the passion and the mindset, no. Hindi na pwedeng we're doing cybersecurity, hindi na pwedeng civilian mindset tayo siguro. Sabi ko nga, kailangan meron kang investigator mindset, no? Kasi cybercrime investigation, law enforcement 'yun eh. Kung crime prevention ka, meron kang law enforcement mindset din kasi you are preventing cybercrime in your own backyard, di ba? Kung state-sponsored naman, cyber warfare naman pag-uusapan, dapat meron kang mindset ng isang state military. Dapat train ka. So siguro yung training. Hindi lang natuloy yung training na nire-request ko kay Colonel Pontiveros before kasi umalis na ako sa previous company ko na I was requesting, no, to have a one-day boot camp ng aking Special Operations Group noon sa Cyber Rangers School ng Philippine Army Scout Rangers. One day boot camp para magkaroon sila ng concept and mindset ng isang batikan na talagang mga Scout Rangers. So ganun siguro ang kailangan nating gawin. Kasi
Mistro, pwede dito sa Mistro. Mistro,
Ano
pwede
yan?
mo dito sa Pixpro.
Oh, pwede. Dito
Yeah.
tayo no?
Dito.
Pwede pa natin.
Oo,
Yung
kasa
pa rin ng ano doon, di ba?
Oo, kasa natin.
Yun.
Note
So,
ko yan,
yung
sir.
interested. No, one day boot camp tayo sa Scout Rangers ng Philippine Army. So we will post yung once we get the schedule and whoever is interested to join the one day boot camp, then we'll all go there, no? And experience for one day. Yun lang, maraming salamat at Friday
Mr.
na
Chair?
naman. Yes.
Pasensya na kailangan kong isabihin ito. Sana makabuo tayo ng party list para naman makagawa tayo ng cybersecurity laws sa Pilipinas. Galing yan kay Michael Yero. Ayan. And dalawa na lang. Kay JSC Luffy, cybersecurity awareness is very important. Many are using cracked software which is free but they don't know may hacking activity na nangyayari sa device nila. Cybersecurity is an expensive investment, but being a victim of cyber criminals is more expensive. At kay Seven Hosting, sama daw siya doon sa bootcamp. Ayan.
Yun.
Okay.
Yun ang maganda. Okay,
Alright.
so Friday na naman, sustain natin yung ating mga viewers, no? And para sa karamihan, happy weekend na. Pero para sa mga cyber security professionals and cyber warriors, happy lang. Walang weekend.
Ulitin natin, Mr. Chair, para sa...
Okay, ready, go.
Ulitin natin para sa
Happy
La Union
lang.
chapter.
Okay.
Happy lang, walang weekend. Okay?
Okay, ready? Para sa cyber warriors, happy
lang.
Walang
weekend.
Walang weekend.
Thank you. Maraming salamat, Ranger. Maraming
Salamat
salamat.
mga ka-Pix Pro.
Thank you, Cyber Ranger.
Have a safe long weekend,
Thank you, La
everyone.
Union chapter.
La Union officers,
Thank you, Sir
and to
Joey.
our
And thank you
viewers.
for all
Sir.
our viewers. See you again next Friday.
Thank you.
Sir Rod, thank